see if this works. Oh, come on, OBS. There we go. Okay. Wow. That was the most convoluted thing I've ever had to do in my life. My God. Whew. So, I just kind of want to. I've been gone for a little bit. I tried to stream just from YouTube, but apparently you have to, like, have a certain Chrome or something. And my Chrome is too old. So, hopefully you guys can hear me. Let me go check on my actual YouTube and make sure that it's working. But yeah, I'm cooking my family recipe chocolate chip cookies to go to a friend's house tomorrow. And I haven't been on for a while, so I figured my family recipe chocolate chip cookies. So I figured I'd just jump on and see if anybody even comes on and chats with me. It's just been a minute. I'm trying to finish. I tried to stream Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, but every time I tried to stream it, it would shut it down. So I don't know if there was a copyright issue or something, or I was doing something wrong. I'm not really sure. So, yeah, once I finish Dream Drop Distance, then I'm gonna go into Kingdom Hearts 3, and that's actually gonna be the next game that I stream, is gonna be Kingdom Hearts 3. But I already got everything out, so I won't have any, loud clanging and shit going on. But this is actually, this book that my grandma sent me is actually, an old cookbook that my town used to do every year, and this was, the last year that they made it. Oh, no, it's a bunch of... It's a centennial cookbook. Okay, so it's even, better. So it's 1902 to 2002, which is actually pretty cool if you think about it. So we're just gonna get right into it. And even though I've made these so many times, I still forget, how to make them, literally every time. So I have to watch it every time. Or I have to read it every time. So, we preheating. Okay. Alright. So, a couple people asked me about, I had, 2 people, which was so surprising to me, message me and ask me about, my relationship that I was in, for 5 years. Okay. And I was like, oh, you guys actually care about that? Okay. So, I was gonna come on here and talk about it. Probably more officially, I would do, more of an official video. But, people were just asking me questions, how did you get into the relationship and stuff like that, which is all fair. I mean, no one ever plans to be in an emotionally manipulative and abusive relationship. But, alright, so if you're here for the baking, we have to add all the sugars first. So it's 3/4 cup sugar. And then I think it's another 3/4 brown sugar. Yeah. And I don't have a 3/4 thing, so we just use our 1/4. Oh, I forgot to get eggs out. Oh well, they're right over in the fridge. I put things away as I go, because I'm kind of weird like that. But anyway, my ex found me in a very tumultuous point in my life. I had just gotten a concussion, and I was pretty volatile. No one could really, get me to understand that my behavior was wrong or anything like that. And, my friends didn't even want to, put up with me at that point. So, we became friends through a game called Humans vs. Zombies. And if you know me, IRL, you know what that game is. You pretty much you're either assigned as a human or a zombie in the beginning of the game. And, if you're a human, then you're allowed to carry Nerf guns and sock bombs around campus with you to defend yourself against the zombies. And there are safe zones and stuff like that, and then you go on missions. And I was always very into it. I mean, I bought Nerf guns specifically for that game. And I have some pretty badass pictures that I could probably show if I ever make like an actual video about my ex. Okay, vanilla, salt, Crisco, and eggs. Oh yeah, this recipe has no lactose, which is great. And then, I mean, there's a lot of gluten, obviously, because it's flour. But, 1 teaspoon. Oh, wait, is the salt? Oh, let's do the salt first, because it's a dry ingredient. But yeah, baking's kind of like my secret hidden side thing that I like to do. It's like chemistry. I always liked chemistry in school, and I always feel like baking is like chemistry, where cooking is like physics. Freaking hate cooking. I can cook. I can be good at cooking. I just choose not to be. I don't care enough about cooking. I know how to make what I like to eat, and that's really all I care about. See, I hate Crisco so much. It always makes everything so greasy, and then cleaning it ruins all of my my sponges and stuff. Anyway, I got this at where did I get this? At Tops. It's a pre-cream shortening, which is actually, the last time I used it for my cookies, I was a little skeptical because I was like, pre-cream? Like, isn't the whole point of me mixing it with my mixer to, like, cream it? But it actually took less time for me to mix it last time, and it came out really good. Like, usually my cookies will stay firm on the outside and soft on the inside for about 2 or 3 days. But, I mean, I gave them to a neighbor, like, 5 days after I made them. And he was like, yeah, these are, like, still soft on the inside. I'm like, huh, maybe the pre-creamed shortening makes a difference. I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. Oh, shoot. How many cups of Crisco? 1 cup. All right, cool. Anyway, so we became friends for Humans vs. Zombies, and then we just never really stopped talking. I just scared my dog. Tiger, it's okay. He was sleeping on the bed. Yes, I have a very small kitchen. You want to say hi? I know, I'm baking. It's going to smell really good in here in about 20 minutes. You can't eat this, though. This is like lard. You can't eat this. No. For anyone that wants to see my dog, let's see if you can see. They want to see you. Say hi. Say hi. Sit. Tiger, sit. He's a good boy. Oh, he's such a good boy. All right, back to the baking. All right. I hate Crisco so much. Ugh. I know it's one of the things that makes the cookies come out soft like that, but I hate it. Okay. All right, I added all that. Did I miss? Oh, eggs. Those are important. Max. It's actually a really easy recipe to do. But anyway, yeah, we just never stopped talking after Humans vs. Zombies, and then eventually I caught feelings for him. But at the time, I had a really bad concussion, which I should probably make a video about that too. Like, living with a concussion for a year. That was gnarly stuff. Like, I had to relearn how to, like, learn and talk, and my balance was off, so I had to like go through PT for my balance, and I mean, it was a mess. And the thing with the concussion that I got, oh shoot, oh, I had to hit really hard for those eggs. These are local eggs, and they make really good scrambled eggs. Anyway, I got a concussion on the prefrontal and occipital lobe of my brain, which is here and here. And both of those areas, occipital less than the prefrontal, but they both contribute to reading another's emotions and controlling your own. And so when I went to the doctor to get evaluated, they said, well, do you have any emotional issues? And I said, yeah. I said, I have some anger issues, and I have depression and anxiety. And she said, okay, well, you need to tell your friends that your issues are going to be worse for a while and not to push your buttons. So I did what the doctor told me. And my friends were the type of friends that, like, if we love you, we tease you. So it didn't work out very well. I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to hear me while this is going. Probably not well at all. So let me just keep this up. Alright, cool. Anyway. So he was really the only one that could, like, get through to me. Why? I don't know. But I ended up telling him I had feelings for him, and then he ended up telling me I had feelings for me, and, you know, things just kind of went from there. And at first, he was really loving, and I had some guys kind of, you know, get something from me physically and then abandon me, and he said that he wanted to show me what love without physical touch, well, not without physical touch, but, like, show me what love means to not be focused around physical touch. And I was like, oh, yeah, that sounds great. And we were in what's called a courtship. It's a thing that Christians do, and we were deciding to be celibate during our dating and all of our engagement until we were married. Oh, okay, so this is a trick that my grandma taught me. So for the baking soda, she actually, so it says to do 1/2 of a 4th a cup of water. So there's a half. And then what my grandma does, this is like her little secret. I don't know if it's like actually something special or if she just made me believe it was something really special. I'm not really sure. But how much? 1 TSP. So then she would take the baking soda, put it in the water, and then mix it up. I don't know if this, like, activates the baking soda. I don't know. But this is just always the way that she made her cookies. And so I've always just kind of done it the same way. Family recipes. Gotta love them. Then I have that. Cool. Alright. Now I think I'm to the point where I add the flour. Yeah. Okay. And I have a little tiny cookie sheet, so I'm not going to be able to do all of these at once. So, anyway. Oh, I put that in the wrong spot. So, yeah. At first it was a really good relationship. He spoiled me showered me in gifts and compliments, and you know, I started getting comfortable with him, and I started gaining weight. I think by the end of our relationship, I was 170 pounds. When we started our relationship, I was 115. I was a skinny little thing. I don't want the baking soda to not like started doing that thing where it separates from the water because I'm talking instead of actually baking. Alright, so we only do 1 cup at a time. And this thing is too small for me to fit a whole cup in there, so I'm just going to do 2 half cups at a time. I liked this idea because I don't have a lot of space in this kitchen, and so I wanted like big mason jar things to hold my 2 sugars of flour, and I actually labeled them mostly because sugar and flour are both white, and you can get them confused, so if anyone else was helping me bake, they wouldn't hand me the wrong thing. But anyway, so we got engaged after 2 years, and then around a year into our engagement, it started, like, he stopped complimenting me. He started, like, making fun of me in front of his family. He'd make fat jokes. He'd make jokes about my height. He'd say that I didn't look good in a bikini anymore, so I couldn't wear a bikini, because I was too fat to wear a bikini. He didn't even really want to, like, kiss me anymore. He didn't really show affection anymore. I went to chiropractic school and we used to have weekly dates, because we got engaged before I went to chiropractic school, and we used to have weekly dates on Skype where we'd, like, watch a movie together or something like that, and it just stopped. Like, he just stopped caring if we had our date nights. Sorry, just telling a friend about the stream. Oh, I didn't tell you guys as I was going. So we used 3/4 cup brown sugar, 3/4 cup sugar, 1 teaspoon vanilla, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 cup of Crisco, 2 eggs, and then I showed you that trick with the baking soda, and the half of the 1/4 cup of water. And now I'm on to the flour. Yeah. And like I said, we only do 1 cup of flour at a time, and it's 3 cups. Because honestly, the last time I tried to do all 3 cups together, flour got everywhere. And that's no bueno. But yeah, and then when he broke up with me, he said that he had been trying for the last year or so to make me miserable. Like, making fun of me, not having date nights with me anymore. So that I would break up with him because I was unhappy. But he said I was too loyal for my own good, and I made him be the bad guy. And don't get me wrong, there are definitely things that I did wrong as well. Like, I'm sure during my concussion that I was very emotionally volatile, and I'm not going to say that. But, I mean, there's a difference between someone learning to control their emotions again because of a brain injury and someone just being mean to you because they're a dick. But eventually, see, we're at 2 cups already, and it's already, like, fighting my mixer here. Usually the last cup I usually do by hand or with a spoon, but this mixer seems to be a champ, and it deals with heavy things very well. But when I put the chocolate chips in, that definitely has to be mixed with a spoon. I don't really like touching the dough. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of freaks me out. Alright, let's put the flour. I need to buy more flour again. My God. Good thing it's only 88 cents. I can really only fit like a cup anyway, so it's not a big deal. My oven is preheated. But yeah, he would just like make fun of my weight. Stream quality is kind of laggy. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I had a hard time streaming today. YouTube Live wouldn't let me use my webcam because apparently my Chrome is too old. And, I have to use my streaming... I have to use my streaming thing. I have like a thing that I use for gaming, game streaming, and for like on my computer, and oh wow. Okay. Oh god. Oh god. My dog is like, what is happening? Well, I don't understand. Okay. But yeah, he ended up, he controlled my money. I would pay for our vacations a lot of the time, like using my money from school, and if I didn't, then he'd throw a big fit because I didn't love him, and yeah, it was not a good situation. I don't know if there's anything I can do on my streaming thing to make the quality. I think it's because I'm in my kitchen and my router is in the living room where I normally stream. So I'm sorry about that. Hopefully when I play it back, it won't be like that. Yeah, normally when I stream in my living room, I don't have issues with lag, because I think I'm right by the router. Yeah, as I'm watching it, I can see that it's laggy. I'm sorry about that, guys. No, you can't eat this! Bad for puppies! I can't even open. Alright, there we go. Holy crap. Oh, yeah. Big chocolate chips. Alright, don't mind me. I'm going to eat a couple. Alright. I haven't had any chocolate yet today. I'm like craving chocolate like it's my frickin' job. But, yeah, at this point, this is too thick for my mixer, so use a spoon. My grandma would say that a real baker would use her hands, but I don't like the squishy texture on my hands. It freaks me out. Last time I made these, I used mini. I bought them by accident. They were mini chocolate chips. There were so many chocolate chips in every single cookie. It was ridiculous. But I mean, they were really chocolatey. They were good. I mean, I wasn't complaining, but it was just like, wow, there's so many chocolate chips. But yeah, so he, like I said, he would fat shame me. He would say that I couldn't wear a bikini anymore. He'd dictate what I could wear. We didn't have dates anymore. He made fun of my weight in front of his family and friends. Oh yeah, I wasn't allowed to speak in public. Like if someone was being mean to a cashier, I would commonly stand up for the cashier because I am in retail. And so if I saw someone being mean to a cashier, I would usually say something, and he would grab my arm. If he saw that I was about to say something, be like, "Don't you say an effing word." Alright, let's see if I can show you guys what this looks like before I start making it into little balls. I don't know if that's showing up, but it looks like really good cookie dough to me. But yeah, so... oh yeah, I wasn't allowed to say anything to his family either without him telling me it was okay. Or posting on social media. Make little balls. Uh-oh. Chocolate chips are falling out. Stay in there! Alright. Yeah, and, he would tell me what I could fix on my car and what I couldn't fix on my car. It just over time, he would ask for more and more control, and I figured, okay, well, I gotta be a good Christian girlfriend, so I gotta follow my man. I gotta do what he says. I gotta, just kowtow, and no matter what he says, he's doing what's best for me, so I need to just listen. And over time, I lost who I was. Like, I lost me as a person. And honestly, until he broke up with me, and I started talking to other people who were like, yeah, we saw the warning signs, but you just wouldn't listen to us. Or like somebody would tell me, yeah, that's not normal behavior. Like, this was my first boyfriend. I didn't know any better. And like I said, he also found me in a time where I was very volatile and I was very like out of control just emotionally, and took me a very long time to get back to where I needed to be. And I'm still working on that. Like, I'm still working on my mental state. You should never stop working on your mental state. It's a constant thing. Scary, yes, but should always work. But yeah, I had a couple people asking me about, like, people found me on Instagram. Like, 2 people that follow me out of like the 10 that I have found me on Instagram and was asking me questions about my ex. And I was like, all right, well, I guess I should probably make a video on it. So they're like, oh, I'm sorry you were in an abusive relationship. And while it wasn't physical, there was a couple times where he would pin me against a wall or a bed and tell me to calm down when I wasn't even like angry or getting in his face or anything. He just felt the need to pin me to a bed and scream in my face to calm down. But, while it wasn't physical, abuse is abuse. I take abuse from, I used to say, oh yeah, he's nothing like my family. My family is super bad. Like, my family is like the epitome of verbal and emotional abuse. But I should have put a trigger warning in this, but nothing I'm saying is really that bad. I don't think. But yeah, yeah. But I'm making these cookies for my friend tomorrow, and I'm excited about it. So I'm going to go see him. Yeah, apparently a couple people that watch my channel, I guess, liked my update video. And they were like, it was nice to learn about you. And I'm like, okay, alright. I guess that's okay. I don't know if I can fit... Oh yeah, I think I can fit all 3 of these trays at the same time. I'm making these bigger than the last ones I made because those ones were kind of small and they felt like eating potato chips. Like, you can't eat just one. You have to eat the whole thing because they were just that size where you're like, oh my god, I want some more. So I'm going to make these bigger. So maybe I won't need to do as many... Well, it looks like my grandma was right. Mixing it with your hands is better. So yeah, like I said in the beginning, the next game I'm going to stream is going to be Kingdom Hearts 3. Right now I'm finishing Dream Drop Distance. But I just haven't been on for a while. And I am in the process of finding a horse barn in this area. So maybe I'll start uploading horse videos again, because that's originally what this channel was me editing videos from my horseback riding. And I used to have about 50 followers just from that. But horse videos were really big back in the 90s. Not 90s. God, I was born in the 90s. In the early 2000s, horse videos were really big. But I don't know if they are anymore. I don't really see a lot of horse content anymore, which makes me sad. I have to watch all the ones from when I was a kid. But yeah, so I'm doing that, and then for those of you that have been following me a bit and actually watch my live streams, I did actually get all my boards passed for chiropractic. So maybe I could do like some informational stuff on here too. I think that'd be cool. I think I talked about that in my update video where I say I'm in chiropractic school Well, I graduated in August, and I passed all my boards. So now I'm working on my licensure. Wow, that's really big. That's way too big. So just need to get a license from New York State. So that'll be fun. My dog is doing weird stuff. Alright. He's probably mad that I'm not giving him attention. He's pouting in the bedroom. Are you pouting? Was that Saya pout? Poor babies. Ugh. Oh god, these are all gonna run into each other. This was a bad idea. So I don't even know if you can see how big. Yeah, you can kind of see how big I'm making them on there. But I usually don't make them this big. The whole thing about these cookies is they're supposed to leave you wanting more because they are so freaking good. So I think once I put these in the oven, I believe it's 15 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes. And with this oven, I found out I have to do like 12 minutes or they're like severely undercooked. I don't know what it is, but this oven just cooks kind of funny, I guess. Alright, where's my tray? Whoops, sorry. I said there would be no loud noises, and now I go making loud noises. This makes a lot of cookies, though. Especially if you make them smaller, it makes a lot of cookies. Like, I think I used to make these every time we had a band competition. And we had about, one year, I had 120 people in the band that I had to bake for. And I think I only made like a single batch of cookies, and there was enough for everybody. And then some people even got like a second one. And I mean, yeah, they weren't as big as these ones, but I mean, I'm just baking for 3 people right now. I'm not baking for an army of band geeks. Oh yeah, I used to be in band. I don't know if I said that. I have this idea where I want to do this cover for a song, and there's like 4 different parts to it, and do like a thing where there's like 4 of me singing on the screen, but I really don't know if people would like my voice, because my voice is kind of like I don't want to say it's like a fine wine, because that's kind of bad of me to say. That sounds like I'm boasting, but my voice is one of those voices where either you love it or you hate it. There's no in between. And so to put myself out like that, it's kind of nerve-wracking. But we'll see. Maybe I'll buck up the courage and do it. I don't know yet. There's so many chocolate chips! Ah! Maybe I'll just eat the rest of the cookie dough that doesn't fit into cookies. There's really not that much. I don't even know if I would have enough for another tray. Especially with all these chocolate chips. Like, my God. It calls for a whole bag of chocolate chips, but I don't know if the bags of chocolate chips were smaller when this recipe was made, but every time I've made it, there's like chocolate chips like falling out of the cookies. But maybe that's what makes a good chocolate chip cookie. Is there's so many chocolate chips you don't even know what to do with yourself. Don't eat it raw, I'll get salmonella. I'm pretty sure that my body is so used to raw cookie dough at this point because I make so many cookies. And I eat a lot of cookie dough. Although I do have edible cookie dough in my fridge, I could just eat that. There's only 2 eggs in here. Alright, one more, and then it's going in the oven, and then I'm probably going to end this stream because watching cookies bake is no fun. So, alright. Yeah, I don't know if, maybe I'll make these. There's like enough for like 4 cookies left. Alright, friends, I'm going to end this stream. I'm just going to put it in the oven at 350 degrees. It's supposed to be 8 to 10 minutes, but like I said, my oven is weird. It's an electric oven, and it cooks things funny. So it's going to be about 12 minutes, and then I'm going to have to make another batch. And then I just put them on my cooling tray. You can't even see that. cooling tray. You know what a cooling tray is if you make cookies. And that's it. Just kind of wanted to come on here so that you guys know I'm, still alive, still making videos. I'm in my PJs, my Harry Potter PJs. But, it's been a fun time. So, talk to you guys later.